Hey, Connor, while we're talking quarterbacks, I guess we'll skip ahead a season and look ahead to what Nebraska fans hope is the Dylan Raiola era. Of course, he originally committed to Ohio State, then he was out there for a while. He, of course, has legacy connections to Nebraska. Are you pretty confident that that commitment's going to hold and he's going to sign when that day comes in December?
So you're talking about, well, he's not committed right now. He's
Oh,
not
he
committed
hasn't
anywhere.
committed. My
Yeah,
bad.
he
He
hasn't
had
committed.
committed to
So
Ohio State, just decommitted.
yeah, he decommitted
Gotcha.
from Ohio State. And where we're at now, you've got, I'd say, three main players. Nebraska, obviously, because of the legacy, and no other reason than that, because there's no reason that Nebraska should be landing the number one quarterback in the country for any reason other than legacy at this point. They haven't proven they can develop NFL quarterbacks yet. I'm not sure who the last NFL quarterback Matt Rule had was. I guess PJ Walker, unless I don't even remember. Was it Charlie Brewer was his quarterback at Baylor? It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. I don't think Nebraska has shown enough to land a player of this caliber. So outside of legacy, that's the only thing they've got going for them right now, and some hype. So we got that. Georgia, TCU, USC were some other big names that people were talking about. I have a hard time believing USC is going to be the landing spot because they're going to have Malachi Nelson, who's going to come up right after Caleb Williams. And although I've heard that Dylan's probably stronger than Malachi Nelson, I would just assume he'd want to go somewhere where he has a cleaner path. Georgia will probably be a clean path, but you never know what's going to happen with Carson Beck or Brock Vandegrift. I still lean Georgia as the favorite right now because of the momentum they have, the athletes, and the freakish team that they are going to have coming back. Because no matter who they lose to the NFL draft, they are just reloading. The culture's fantastic down there, and they're probably going to repeat as at least playoff contenders because their schedule's so weak. So it's going to be hard to offset them. The only way I think that it's a clear Nebraska front runner route towards the end stretch in November when we get close to signing day is if something happens or if there's talk of Munkin, who's the offensive coordinator at Georgia, leaving for a head coaching job. Then you have a lot more questions because Raiola won't be familiar with their OC. And then it's like, oh, would I rather take my shot with Nebraska? I still have the chance to transfer if things don't work out. Or do I just stick with Georgia because that's the best school? Right now, I'd say it comes down to those two. And we'll just have to see how it plays out. But any commitment coming between now and I'd say October doesn't mean much because Nebraska could end up with a 9-win team next year. They could end up with a 3-win team next year. Depending on how their season pans out, it'll give Nebraska a better chance to land them either way, a better or worse chance either way.